My peeps, how do you overcome a plateau? The all fucking dreaded plateau. All right. So first off, 9 times out of 10, a plateau is brought on by a person, you, whoever has the plateau, repeating the same process too much without enough variation to create the body's need to adapt. When it adapts to something new, that is literally the concept that makes it not be in a plateau. If it's not forced to adapt, then clearly you're in a fucking plateau. So ultimately what that means is you've done too many workouts, your diet is too similar, there's too many things that are repeating themselves that are not forcing the body to adapt. So let's give the first tip for training. One of the things you could do for training that will completely shock your body, because shocking the system is what's going to get you out of a plateau. If you've never done 20 rep squats, do 10 sets of 20 squats. That will shock the fucking shit out of you. And that will, I mean, you'll be sore. You'll probably end up limping around for a few days and probably even having a couple of, lackluster workouts after, but that's what shocks the fucking body to get out of that plateau. That would be one thing with training. Second thing with training, go find some fucking stadium bleachers and run full bore up these fuckers for like 20 seconds and walk back down. 20 seconds sprinting uphill or up bleachers is fucking brutal. Your legs are gonna turn into jelly. Do that 10 times. That will also shock the shit out of you. Now, granted, you don't have to do both of these, just pick one. The next thing that you could do that's probably a little too inside the box that won't have the same punching power is literally do everything that you're doing with training, do it backwards and double the reps. So if you train chest on Monday, you're gonna train it on the last day of your week. If you're doing reps of 5, you're gonna be doing reps of 10. If you're doing reps of 10, you're gonna be doing reps of 20. Keep the sets the same. That I would say would be the weakest of the 3 for sure. Shocking yourself is exactly what you need. The bigger shock, the more the body's going to be forced to adapt, the more ability you're gonna have to get out of this plateau. Now, nutrition. Nobody wants to talk about nutrition, but this is probably the biggest reason why you're in the plateau. So what I would do nutritionally, there's a couple of things. If you don't worry about, putting on a little fucking body fat, and you use dairy, drink a fucking gallon of whole milk along with whatever food you can get down for a day or two. And that's gonna, there's so much in terms of, I hate the word calories, but Jesus Christ, there's probably close to 4,000 calories in that fucking gallon of milk. And this is not something I would do. I would get tighter on my nutrition to basically get my body out of the plateau, which I don't really have because I stay on top of my shit so much. But that would be like the fucking don't want to invest much energy version of getting shock in your system. What I would do if you were actually going to follow my lead, I would take your current meal plan. If it's 4 meals, double it, make it 8. So you're taking the nutritional values pretty much the same, but you're going to split it into twice as many meals. It's going to be a motherfucker, but being in a fucking plateau is a motherfucker too. That would be a methodology that would work. That would actually get you probably going to end up feeling a lot fucking better. You have more energy. You'll probably lean out in the process too. Ain't that a bitch? And then the third variation of the diet, which is kind of in the middle, the poor man's version is the milk. What I just told you about doubling your meals, it's a lot of work. That's kind of the upper end. In the middle, what I'd say that you would want to do would be to literally take if you've been strict on your diet and you're having this plateau, what I would do is I would literally implement what my version of a cheat meal, which is not fucking pizza and ice cream. It's fucking just big, good food. Go to a fucking restaurant and order a biggest fucking steak and a goddamn potato you can get your hands on, and do that every night for 3, 4, 5 days, and you're going to start to feel better. So really what we're looking for there is a influx, a bigger a splash of nutrient value that's coming in day after day. But keep in mind, that's if you're on a good plan. You don't want to fuck things up too much. You just want to basically get out of the plateau. So there's 3 variations of training, 3 variations of nutrition, because bottom line, it's going to be one of the 2. You could do one of each and you get out of that fucking plateau right fucking quickly. Rock and roll, my peeps. Make it a fucking killer day.